Oi pessoal, estamos aqui no Whow Festival 2018, a segunda edição do nosso Festival de Inovação. E é muito legal a gente estar aqui com a Nathalie Brähler, que acabou de fazer uma palestra incrível falando sobre inovação radical. Então a gente começou aqui em português, mas a gente vai bater esse papo aqui em inglês e depois vocês vão ver as legendas aqui correndo na tela, tá bom? Hi Nathalie, nice to have you here in Brazil, and just tell me one thing. Why Netherlands didn't go to the World Cup?
Are you going to make me cry now? Oh, God. Okay.
Because we saw Belgium and they played a lot of good football.
It's about Belgium. Yeah. What happened? I think we're too lazy, too spoiled. Our footballers make way too much money, and therefore they don't do anything. And if they're any good, people buy them away, they steal them from us, and they leave us with nothing.
Oh, come on. Do you think...
How does that sound?
do you think the soccer, the football in Netherlands needs some innovation?
Yeah. They should. They should go the radical way. You know, like I explained just now.
Yes,
Radical change.
that's a gimmick. So just tell us a little bit about what does it mean, the radical change, the radical way to produce innovation and to have and to push the people in the way to be more innovative.
I think the ecosystem thinking is the most important. So if we stick to football, why not? If you want to innovate that whole football world, you actually need to go back to the ecosystem. So how does it affect the people if you have a team that earns so much money that it's actually not right anymore, yeah? And what is the effect if eventually you're not playing? So if you want to make something right there, you have to go back to the inner core of what football is and used to be before it became so commercially big, and work from there. So go back to the core of the game, be gentle to the whole ecosystem, and work from there. Because if you do bad, then eventually the whole sports will die. And this is, I think, where we are halfway now. If we're not careful, people turn away from football. I mean, it's hard to imagine because we all love football, but it can be that eventually people start to think, I'm sorry, but this is not for me anymore. This is too big, it's too commercial. I'm sorry, but I opt out.
So I love this concept to be gentle, to be kind, to have some kindness, to produce and to be innovative. It's some a sort of outlier way to think, and just tell me about this. How can the gentle, the humble is features that we have to cultivate to innovate and to ignite our creative potential?
I think, again, if you go back to your own core of what you would like to do and tap into that.
But how can we discover what we want to do?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think that everybody knows from the inside what it is.
It's a vision?
No, not always. It's more a passion, I would say. It's basically your existence in your job, why you do what you do. You were just talking about your colleague, she's fantastic in organizing events, because basically that probably because she loves to do it. So innovation starts with passion to start with. If you don't have that, my opinion is there's no way you can innovate.
And how can we put some passion inside incumbent and traditional business, you know, because in business we have our rules, we have our patterns, we have our way to do, you know, we have our tradition and our history, and when we look to the future, we don't see this passion. We only see numbers, we only see the goals we have to reach, and how can we inoculate this passion inside the company to engage people and you know, to ignite this potential, this anxiety to innovate, to be more ambitious?
Well, to start with, I wouldn't make it a total project. Innovation, to my opinion, the best ones start with, like I said before, maybe 2 people, and that's it. And then you work gradually from there. So you need 1 radical innovator and 1 Sherpa, and then work from there. If you do it the other way around, it just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. You need that ripple effect in order to make people change the conversation. If people keep on telling, yeah, but I need to reach my deadlines, I need to do this and that and that, then that is the conversation. And it's very hard to change that. You have to change it from within. Very small group of people and work from there.
Top down, bottom up, or cross?
Depends on the organization, I would say. It could very well be top down if the organization is built like that, because people feel comfortable when it's done like that, it's fine. But it shouldn't be top down in the ways of now open your mouth and I shove it in and you swallow it and you make it work, because then you're overstepping the passion of people. It's not a gentle approach, and I'm not in favor of it. It could also be from the bottom up. It could also be crisscross. It doesn't really matter, as long as you start very small and create a ripple effect from there. And don't tweak. Do the radical thing.
Perfect. Last question. How AI match with the slashers?
AI is actually nothing more than, and nothing less than the next new technology. We come with many examples where AI is creating creative work, predicting box office successes, for instance, writing stories. AI can write stories, etc., etc. So it's already there. Now, we train our students to work with AI in order to master AI, not coding, but to know what an AI can do, play around with it, and bring the human equation, bring the human into the equation, and then you start to have a very beautiful concept. We don't just follow the AI like sheep, you know.
Perfect. Thank you, Nathalie. Hope you enjoy your stay here in São Paulo, and we have a great pleasure, and we are honored to have you here.
Thanks for being here. I mean, it's amazing so far.
É isso aí, pessoal. Até a próxima.